Hey everyone, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Frazier with News West 9. I am here with Amber Hluchan from the National Weather Service out of Midland, here to talk about the Skywarn Spotter Training. You are the warning coordination meteorologist at NWS Midland. So first off, there's a lot of Skywarn Spotter Training events across the Permian Basin throughout the entirety of the next about 2 months or so. So I want to know, number one, what is Skywarn and what is kind of the importance behind that?
Right, yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. I very much love the opportunity to come here and talk about Skywarn. Obviously, we have severe weather season right around the corner with spring coming up in April and May. And typically in West Texas, we see severe weather. And so Skywarn really gives us an opportunity to go out and talk to the community about what they might see this spring, what kind of hazards are going to accompany these thunderstorms, and how they can protect themselves. Another aspect of Skywarn is to become a spotter for your community, not just for the Weather Service or to help out by reporting to your local meteorologists at the TV stations, but to help your community. A lot of times, we utilize the radar, you know very well, but the radar has its limitations. It can't tell what's going on at the ground level. And so we really rely on our storm spotters out there to report those things to us if they see a lowering for a funnel cloud or how big the hail is. Maybe we issue a warning and we haven't put baseball size hail in, we only have quarter size, and there's actually giant hail falling. So they report that to us, and we are able to then take that information and warn communities that are, that storm might affect. So Skywarn Spotter class, we teach people how to spot those things, how to look for cloud features, so that they can tell us what they are seeing, and we can then look at the radar and put 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
So yeah.
I love that. So what is the importance of getting a lot of these people trained to be Skywarn spotters? Obviously, we all know locally we can see any kind of event from, baseball-sized hail to average tornadoes. So exactly what's the importance? I mean, you kind of touch on it a little bit, but for the average person per se to be interested in attending some of these trainings?
Really it's all about keeping yourself and your family safe. If you know how to spot those features, then you have some idea that maybe that storm is severe. And then, having a plan in place ahead of time, learning about these hazards that might affect you and your family. Teach your family what they can do to keep themselves safe during severe weather season.
Oh, absolutely. And I know a lot of this data from local news, especially meteorologists across the country, rely on the National Weather Service to get a lot of the area forecast discussions, even just like look at your numbers from forecast, from 7-day forecast to the radars that we use on a daily basis. So essentially, I guess the question I'm trying to ask is how important is this to get this extra data from a lot of these spotters that can then in turn help not just yourself but also everyone locally to even our own local stations? Yeah,
exactly. And it all goes back to those radar limitations. We do what we can to see, features that we look for in radar data, but we really can't see what's happening at the lower levels, and that's where tornadoes develop. That's where the hail falls, all at the lower levels. That's where we get microbursts that occur. And a lot of times when you think about the radar, it's going through scan phases. And so in between these scans, the radar might even miss something. It might miss those features that we are looking for, those signatures that we look for severe weather, whether it's, a signature that we look for a downburst or that circulation. And so, having those spotters, the eyes on the ground, it is invaluable to our warning operations.
Oh, absolutely, because a great example would be if there's a tornado warning, a lot of what you guys issue is typically going to be radar indicated, which obviously the radar is just a massive tool that we always use as meteorologists, but it's more so helpful to see, hey, there is a tornado on the ground, because even if you just see the spinning signature, that just might not be enough, because I mean, tornadoes themselves are very hard to form, even if the radar says that one's there.
Right, right. The verification that a tornado is actually occurring, you know, instead of radar indicated, we can change the warning to include that there is actually a tornado on the ground, and that could mean life or death to somebody. They could see that in the warning that, hey, a tornado has been spotted. It is verified, and that would lead them to take cover.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to this? I know we're definitely going to be talking about the schedule over the next couple of weeks to even the next month or so. But anything else you want to add about the Skywarn Spotter Training?
Yeah, you know, it's really important, I think, for, you know, people to know that you know, we do love coming out to the community and meeting meeting people out in the community, because, you know, we're in Midland, Odessa, and we go to places, you know, as far as Alpine and Marfa. We just had our Skywarn up in Snyder. We had a great group of people that showed up, and they came to learn about how they can keep themselves safe. And, you know, we have a lot of people who aren't from here. They come here for work, or maybe they're just traveling through, and, you know, they don't really know the dangers of the hazards during severe weather season. So I just really want to encourage folks to come out and meet us, and meet your local TV meteorologist.
Yes.
Yeah, so hopefully you can partner with us on a couple of those, and people can come out and ask questions and learn how to keep themselves and their family safe.
Absolutely. So, of course, we're going to be posting the entire schedule on our website, newswest9.com. If you want to attend those meetings, there's going to be a number of them surrounding the entire Permian Basin. I believe the next one is going to be in Monahans, but myself, Dan, and Aurora are all going to be going out to a number of these events around our community. So we'd love for you guys to participate in it. Of course, even become a storm spotter too, because that is just invaluable data for not just yourself, but for us and for everyone too. It helps increase our own model accuracy and just keeps everyone safe, which is our entire job at the end of the day. So thank you so much, Amber, for coming out
here. And you
here.
know, if people can't make it out in person, we actually have 2 virtual options that we are providing for people.
Absolutely. So we'll include that schedule too online. I believe that's going to be starting next month. Is that correct, in April?
Yes.
Excellent.
April 4th is our first virtual option.
Awesome. So if you can't make it out to any of the local ones, of course, who doesn't have a phone nowadays where we can do it all virtually? So thank you so much, Amber, for coming out here.
Absolutely. Thank you.